everyone.
Hi.
It's Jen and my mom. And we are here. We missed the last 24 hours because I was actually having surgery. So we decided that we would do a makeup because that seems better than just abandoning it altogether. So it is the Labor Day weekend. It is Friday the October, no, not October. I want it to be October. It is August 30th, and I am at my mom's for the weekend. And we are going to stitch and make up our marathon that we missed in July. So that is what our plan is. Can you tell we haven't done this in a while?
Yeah. Well, we already had one first crisis. We went to set up the camera and it didn't work, so we had to call Brandon, who was at work, to come over because it made us magnified us.
Yeah, it was really large, and I was like, I don't need to be that big on a camera. I think that maybe we need to reduce this a little bit. So we did get that situated. I missed July because I think I've talked a little bit about some of my health stuff that was going on, but insurance was a whole nightmare. I had weight loss surgery, the gastric sleeve surgery, back in 2014. And I apparently had a whole lot of complications from it starting in about 2019. Started having like really bad acid reflux. I've been on omeprazole for like way too long because you're really not supposed to be on it for very long. And I started the process back in June of 2023 that I was like, okay, something's really wrong. I need to maybe figure out what's happening. And instead of just going and getting referred to a GI, I wanted to get referred to a bariatric clinic because they knew my body makeup a little bit better. But I was along with all the reflux stuff, I was regurgitating a lot of food. So it was
all the time.
Really difficult. It's really bizarre though, because I was regurgitating most foods and yet I was gaining weight. And I'm like, I still had incredible restriction. Like I couldn't eat a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Like I still wasn't eating a ton, but weight was just like, we're not going away and you're just going to keep gaining. But the only foods I would tolerate was like bread, and like anything that was breaded, like a protein that was breaded was better because it had that bread coating on it, and I guess less protein, and eggs. Like that was pretty much it. So it was hit or miss if I ate those things, whether I would throw them up, but it was generally 100% guaranteed if I ate like a good for me option that I would. So I wasn't making the best choices, and so I ended up at June of last year, I got referred to a bariatric clinic, and they basically were like, it sounds like a hiatal hernia, and really the only fix for that is to revise what you had done to gastric bypass. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Like, I'm not doing this for weight loss again. However, I'll take the perks of that. I just want to be able to eat healthy and have a little bit better quality of life, because pretty much I knew which bathroom, like I knew where I could go to throw up and what was a safe bathroom.
Where?
Starbucks has a one stall, so it's easy to do there. And it's just like ridiculous. So I started the process in June of 2023 with the clinics, but insurance fought me left and right and was like, nope, you didn't keep the weight off when you had the sleeves, so you can't have another weight loss surgery. And again, it's like, I'm not looking for it for that purpose.
Because they had told her if they did regular hiatal hernia surgery, it would not work because of her revision with the sleeves.
And
so that's just the way she had to go.
That was after I left the first clinic I was at, and I went just saying, okay, I just want a hiatal hernia surgery and just fix it that way. And the general surgeon that I got referred to also does bariatric surgery, and he was like, listen, we can't. It's gonna make your esophagus even tighter, and it's just gonna come back. So the only fix for this is to do the revision. So I was like, okay. So they submitted to insurance again, denied again. And then I finally got them to listen and say, listen, we've got to get this approved based on the acid reflux and prove to them that I have GERD. And so they made me do this EGD Bravo, which is like you have to go in and do an endoscopy, which that was a nightmare because I wasn't really under. The lady was like, "Do you feel like you've had a couple drinks?" And I was like, "No." I mean, I know I drink quite a bit, but
I know what that
and
feels
I know what my
like.
tolerance is, but no, I don't feel that. But they did the endoscopy anyway. Pretty sure my IV wasn't in. They figured that out midway through. So they had to insert a capsule, and then I had to basically trigger everything that would cause me to have reflux, and like hit a button every time that it was there to log that what I was feeling was actually reflux and all that. So once I got the results from that, which came back, yes, you have GERD, yes, you're having severe issues, surgery was pretty quick. And so I decided, originally I was like, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to do this when I have a slow time in work, and I'll do it in October. And then it was just like, I'm so tired of this, and I kind of figured I'd just be able to do surgery and bounce right back to work. And so I said, okay, my staff is off in the summer. Let's just do it. If you can get me in July, we'll do it. So I was supposed to go July 17th. They ended up bumping me to July 15th. And I had the surgery. My entire sleeved stomach was in my esophagus. And he was like in shock when he came out to tell Brandon about what had happened. So entire stomach was in my esophagus. They had to pull it out, do the repair of the hernia, re-sleeve my stomach, and then convert me to the bypass. 100% better since then. I really don't think I realized how bad I had been feeling. I feel like me again. Just everything. So, and I'm following the little meal plan that they're putting out. I haven't had a drink since when pre-op diet started, so I haven't been drinking. I'm no coffee. I'm no, this is tough for me. And it's just all protein. And I went through Cleveland Clinic, so they have a very, very strict reintroductory plan that I am deciding what's going to work for me. I'm following the plan, but some
after
of it's
almost
a little
8
ridiculous.
weeks, you're at 7 weeks now.
Yeah, I'm at 7 weeks on Monday, and I still can't have anything but protein. So it's like no vegetables, no. And then I can't have fruit or potatoes or any carbs until I'm in maintenance. And I was like even a low carb tortilla, I don't know. So anyway, it's been a process, but I'm feeling so much better, and it was a bummer to miss the weekend. I was actually home and at mom's recovering during the marathon, and I couldn't even stitch. Like I couldn't. My whole mental, even they made me stay home for 4 weeks, so I ended up having to be home a lot longer than I wanted to be, just because they wanted me focusing on like getting my protein in and my water in and all that kind of stuff. So it's done, and I am better, and
she is now stitching again. Not as much as you were, but you're doing more than nothing.
I am. I'm stitching.
Yeah.
So we're here. We're going to stitch, and Mom might have some wine. I'm still not going to partake in that. I'm really ready for coffee. I think that's what I miss the most. But it's what it is. So, yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's my history. Get you a little caught up on what's been happening in my life, and figured we'd show you what we're going to be stitching or planning on working on this weekend. And then we do have some like biggies to share that are finished in frame, some FFOs. So we will be sharing them throughout our filming, I think. Mom has, man.
Well, the last time we filmed, I was working on the Advent thing, and I finished it, and it is framed. So
it is.
We will show you that. Yeah. So I have no idea where I'm hanging it, but I said, Jen, I think you have to take it. But it's beautiful.
She knows where she's hanging.
I do.
But
you help.
Oh. Well, we have a cat on the table.
Mama. Here, Mama. You want to come visit our feral cat that's not feral anymore?
Come say hi.
Hello.
And she's the mama to my 2 little black
Little black
hellions at home. My black kittens are, whew. Hi, Mom. So
anyway, yeah, I've done a lot of framing. Trying to get, there's a massive amount, oh my gosh, of framing and finishing pillows. I have them all. We had spent time since she wasn't stitching when we were together, sorting through all her finishes that I have over here, and her telling me, this is frame, this is a pillow, this can be either or whatever. I'm putting them in the right
frame,
stack.
frame it. If you don't, make it a pillow.
Make it a pillow. So I did get a lot framed. So she's going to show you that, and hopefully then in October when we're...
Yeah, so our plan is in October we will film at my house and do, because I spookify my house quite a lot, but we're going to film in my Poe room because I have a whole room dedicated to Poe and all things gothic and spooky. When you have a trio of animals named Annabelle, Lee, Lenore, and Lilith, you kind of have to run with it. So the goal is to have my house kind of Halloweened up and be able to share with you. I don't think I ever did a tour when we bought our house. It's a quirky house, let me tell you. But want to have some of that up to be able to share with you guys when we do that. So some of the pictures you'll see, most of the ones she's focused on framing for me have been Halloween, so that we know that we can get those up during for the next
fall,
filming.
Yeah.
So that is our plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will be stitching, and you can remember going back several marathons. We did the Prairie Schooler Santas, and she did odd, and I did even numbered Santas. And we're down, so I am going to work on the...
Well, what year is that?
This is a 24.
Okay, yeah, you did even,
This
I
is
did
a-
not.
Yeah, well, all right, yeah.
Because we're still doing that.
Yeah. So, and I have them all done up except for, this will make the third one. So there'll be, there's 2 downstairs.
You have
to
2023 and the Penguin one, which should have been 2022.
22. And then
this
I'm going to
one.
stitch this one. So I'll get these 3 done up, finish this, and then she can add them to her Santa collection if she takes down her Halloween stuff for Christmas. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But all the Santas are on a cute little display. So I'm going to work on this, or I'm going to work on Strength and Dignity by the Proper Stitcher. Doreen from DD Stitches, I think that's her thing. She just posts, I mean, we could be sisters because everything she posts is stuff I either have or then go out and get because I like so much. And she had actually finished this. So I'm doing it for a lady at our church that I'm friends with at the church. She didn't know it's the Proverb 31 quote about she laughs, and that we can actually share.
Yeah, so
that
you want to do it later or now? Let's just do it now.
Okay.
So years and years ago, I told my mom that we needed to get a tattoo together. She doesn't have any tattoos. And so we had decided that eventually when we got a tattoo, it would be She Laughs. Because it is the verse in Proverbs, and that's what we do together. So
and I needed a scripture.
Yeah, she needed
Halloween,
something.
It had to be like a scripture, something if I was gonna. Yeah.
So we finally made good on that. It was actually scheduled for when I was having surgery, so I had to reschedule it. But worked with an artist in my town who I actually really like, and am working with him to do the rest of because I want a whole sleeve. And so we got matching tattoos. So mine is here, and hers is.
Oh, see, it's like really hard to show here.
It's She Laughs, and then it has a needle and thread. Kind of taken. Beth Twist has the needle with the 3 X's on her at the back of her ankle, and so he worked that in, and then the Proverbs 31:25. He was a little confused because he was like, I don't know how to do this without the thread being connected to the words. And I was like, well, but the words are more like an embroidery font. and we want that we're that we make X's. And so it's really fine. Like he did a great job.
And he was so nice.
Yeah.
He was very, very nice. So for my first and probably last tattoo
She's already talked about some others. So
Well, now she's trying to get her father to do one with her.
Yeah, so I'm
that they
doing
can
this
do
whole arm
together.
is going to be like family, but it's not going to be, it's going to be like my random quirky connections for families. So like I have Pandemonium there. But I hate the coloring. Don't get tattooed at Bike Week. Don't do it. You need to go to an artist that you actually trust. So he's actually going to rectify the coloring when I go back. I have an appointment for November 1st. And then I'm getting my Mayhem tattoo when I go back for that. But like for my dad, I'm gonna get a pet rock because that's what he named me after. Like I was literally named Jennifer after his pet rock. So do that. I have the one for Mom, but I'm also gonna get a cricket because it's a little inside. So like kind of inside jokey things. For Watson, I'm doing her favorite toy. I'm gonna do like a pear tree and my cuckoo clock that my grandparents had, and so I have a whole bunch of just, it's going to be more like a patchworky sleeve than like a full, and then probably I'll have them do like X's in the spaces in between to kind of fill out and flush it all out. So yeah, it's been pretty busy, but that was fun. It's healed pretty nice. So yeah. So I'm going to be working on this one. I started this. It will be finished during 2024 somehow. I mean, I only have, so I started the year with the goal of, well, let me talk about this one first. So this is a sampler story by Brenda Keyes, Sampler Company, and I have a lot of it done. There are several blocks that I'm going to customize, like this one has a little dog in it, so I wanted it to be look like Watson, and then the one that says a man and his dog, I want to have look like Annabelle, because
guess who gets to do that?
Yeah,
she
Mom
told
gets
me to do that.
I was like, can you rechart these for me? And then this over here was sweet oranges, and so I changed it to pear trees because my last name Berenbaum meant pear tree in German. And so I recharted it to be pears, and then there were 2 sheep in the meadow here, but I put cows and recharted one of them to be a cow. I did rechart that one. He is a little dwarfed compared to the sheep that's there, but cows are kind of my thing. Ironically. So I'm going to be working on this, but I also have, in case I don't feel like doing it the whole time, I have the alphabet challenge that I started this year, and I only have 6 left. So I was like, well, I'll bring those. We have no idea what Fox is chasing out on the porch. Like he is, we went out to try to find what he is seeing, but he is all about it, and we don't see anything. So I'm pretty sure it's just in his head. Mama made some really quirky cats. But so I'm going to be doing either that or one of the 6 that I have to finish, and then I also have my oldest whip that I want to finish before the year is out. But I'm pretty on track. I mean, even with not stitching when I was
for
home,
a big chunk of time, you'd gotten a lot of things finished, and because your whips have really were whittling down. So,
and I'm still deciding what 2025 is going to look like for me. I'm liking finishing things, but I think marathons next year are going to be starts for me, and so I just have to figure out what and when and how, because she kept buying me a lot of patterns, and she's like, are you ever going to stitch these?
Yeah, I know, because
like,
she was doing series at first, so we were getting all the series every time she'd see something that was cute or I knew that she liked it. But I love the patterns, and we have over 3,000, and it's just like a collection in itself, whether we will ever get stitched or not. I just love knowing that I've got, all these different patterns and the completed series, or are still picking up homespun elegance and cross-eyed cricket, and of course Prairie Schooler that's still designing her Santas. I mean, they were the first ones I started 40 some years ago. So yeah, it's fun, and it'll get left to her. I'm trying to have them more organized that she'll get. So anyway, that's our plan. Again, we're doing 24 because it just makes the time go faster, and it's a good way to gauge how long we've been stitching. And yeah, we've got some
we kind of reverted back to how we originally used to do these marathons, where we bought way too much food, because it's like, well, what am I gonna want with protein?
Right.
Like, it's hard, and yeah, so
Yeah, I mean,
we
we've
have a
gotten
bunch of
pretty
different
good
options.
with stuff, but now we've got all these. I got a roasted. We've got.
Well, we
got
can't
a
order
roaster
pizza. We can't
chicken.
do that because I can't have the
normal
bread and I
stuff,
can't
yeah.
have the, so it's just kind of like, okay, well, we'll just
Have
put a
all the
roast
proteins, and we got hard-boiled eggs to make.
and I can eat
deviled
like 3
eggs
bites
or-
and then I'm done.
right.
So, it makes a whole lot of sense that we
Shredded
really
chicken,
loaded it
roasted
up.
chicken. We just got it all. So
So, anyway, we're going to go figure out what
Yeah.
Fox is doing
I
on the
know,
porch
'cause he's
because
driving
he's
me
up
crazy.
and down and
he's going from
all
the window
over.
down to the door. I have a screened-in porch out there, and that's what he's doing. And he is like crazy. I'm sorry, I keep looking.
And
there,
his
but
name is Fox because he's a clone of Mama, and Mama was originally going to be
Mulder.
Scully, and he
Scully.
was going to
He's
be
gonna
Mulder. But Mama really just is Mama, and he is.
And then I didn't
now
really
the first
like
name
Mulder,
of Mulder, so
so-
he is Fox.
And
So,
he's good. Fox is a
Fox
good name.
fits him really well.
Yeah.
Lilith last night, Brandon came over to fix the camp.
Oh my gosh, he just jumped up on the screen. What are you doing?
Oh my god. Anyway, they're a crazy little trio of animals. So
He's running into the bedroom to get another view. There's no window in the bedroom because the garage is next to the bedroom. So he knows the direction of whatever it is was going, but
he's a quirky little
he
cat.
is.
So
He's good.
we're gonna go get our areas set up and stitched for a bit, and we'll be back.
And you have to eat protein or something, don't
Well,
you?
I did I did some of the shake
okay.
this morning, and I've decided I get a little caught up in like tracking what I eat, and
Can you imagine that she has it all systematically organized?
And so the last time I did this, back in 2014, I got a little way too obsessive and compulsive about it, and like freaked myself out about going to like normal calorie ranges, and kind of just got a little unhealthy with the whole thing. That's her influence. Not that she's unhealthy, but that she is very competitive, because at some point during this filming, we will tell you about her sleeping drama now, and how that's going. And you'll understand how my mind works just a little bit better. But I've decided I'm giving myself a break from like really religiously recording everything and just focusing on making sure I get my water and like massive amounts of protein. So that'll be nice. Little break from my MyFitnessPal for a bit. So anyway, we're gonna go stitch, and we will be back later. Bye. Hi. We're back.
We're back. Seems like it's like forever because
know.
we had some extra stops. But
Yeah. Well, we made some snacks. I took pretty much the second episode and just ate my snacks because it takes a while. So I wasn't quite as productive as I would have liked, but we'll see. So I'll go ahead and show.
Okay.
So I got the bunnies done in the bottom. I'm going column by column. So I got the bunnies done down there, and then I jumped up to the arc over here, and I'm trying to just do the colors that are in the block that I can finish on a thread length. And then I'm going to go back and like start over here and cause that's missing, and then just kind of go through anywhere that color's missing, fill in. Cause there's a lot of jumping. So, I'd love to get at least something in each box while I'm here this weekend, but I might get bored and change my mind. Also, the next block I have a little bit of a dilemma on, because the sweet oranges, where it said was 2 lines, and I did the pear trees as 1, and it's up very high. So where the tree starts, there's kind of this blank space, and so I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it.
Can you put grass in it? I'll look at the
On the
chart.
top of it? It's the blank is in between pear trees and
Well,
where the
can't
tree
you
is going
move
to
it
start.
down one?
No, because can't I move what down one?
The pear tree from
The
the
pear
top
tree
of the
doesn't
pear
need
tree.
to go down any. It needs to come up, and I don't want to move it up. So I added 3 pairs, like just space them.
Okay.
Don't you love that she thinks that my idea is
Well,
stupid?
I have to look at it because I'm not really seeing that in my mind, this is not a dilemma. I
Well, because
could easily fix it. Right. Well, it's sky, number one.
right, but it's like a lot of blank, and I don't want like 4 rows of grass because none of the others except for like have that much. It already has like 2 rows of grass at the bottom. So
Look at this one, has grass. No, nobody can see what we're looking at. And then it has grass that goes
I
up.
don't want that. Especially not like right near it. I fixed it. I
Okay.
was telling that I fixed
Well,
my
you
dilemma.
said you
even
had
though
a
she
dilemma.
thinks that my fix is stupid.
I did not say
You
that.
rolled
I
your
do
eyes.
not.
Her eyes did a thing. You can go back and see what her eyes did when I said I'm gonna put 3 pairs.
I was trying
and
to
she was
think.
like,
Well,
I would
what?
move the
Just
grass.
in the air,
yes.
not attached to
What
the
colors
tree?
should the pairs be?
Oh, I'm not saying a word. My mouth is brutal.
What colors should they be?
Probably the green.
That
Like
one?
either one of those.
This one and a brown? Like there's brown pairs.
Yeah. They get right.
I was thinking of
Yeah.
2 colors, maybe. I don't know. We'll see whose idea works.
Okay, so I worked on my Santa and I got his face in and his eyes. I always like to complete the face and outlined some of his. I like to outline so then I don't have to read the chart. I'll go back and fill it in. And it's mindless work.
What
Got some of
linen
the
is
back
this?
stitching. It's a 40
Sometimes
count,
it's gotta
and
be
it's
40.
whatever the 40 count is when you order it. It's not Newberg, it's something
Oh
else
yeah,
it's called.
it's
I forget what the 40 count is. 36, I think, is the Newberg. But I like the color. I thought the color
is
was
it
good.
Newcastle?
Maybe Newcastle. It might be. Yeah, I think you're right. You're right.
Sometimes
I
I
think
do
it's
know and I
Newcastle.
don't. Huh?
No.
You don't think? Well, I
I
don't
was
think it's
just saying-
Newburgh. I think that's
It's- I
wrong.
said-
Edinburgh is it's like,
Edinburgh, yeah.
but I don't think it's
It's
Newburgh. I think it's
Delaware.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
I
Okay,
think.
whatever. So, anyway, I'm making progress on that.
Okay, and we have a biggie to show you, but we're probably gonna have to stand up, and you're gonna see that we're wearing pajamas. And I mean, you probably already
Maybe.
assumed that, but
I don't even know it's going to fit on the count on
The camera. definitely wouldn't fit if we were zoomed like we were before.
Oh. Well. And because it goes sideways.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she got this. It's in.
Yeah, but it's like slanted. Okay, that's more straight. We work well together. You should see us
you
move
should see us
furniture.
like, but yeah,
Up and down the
I've
steps.
fallen down steps a few times in that process.
Use your
So,
geometry to figure
I
out how
don't do. We can tell you about my geometry lessons
Right,
later.
Okay.
So yes, it's gorgeous,
Yeah. So I
and the
ended up-
frame is perfect.
Yeah, I had Craft Gallery frame it for me because it was just so big. I was not going to do it, and they do polish just amazing. And she did it so quick and got it done. But I don't put glass on any of my things. But so I like seeing the texture, and I like not squishing my X's. So yeah, and I did mine 6 across and 4 down. And the only thing that I saw after I looked on Mary Beale's website. Do we want to move
Yes.
this? Yeah.
My favorite is the Jonah Black. Surprise, surprise, whales.
With the whale, yeah. I looked on Mary Beale's website where I'd gotten the pattern, and she actually had a picture of a finished one, and and there's obviously 24 squares. Well, she did hers 5 across and 5 down, and then took one of the blocks to put. She put some designs, motifs in it, or whatever, but then the date and her name was in it. And had I seen that, I probably could have on that piece of cloth done that. I was sorry that I hadn't seen it sooner, because actually this one isn't even signed because I didn't know where
I
to.
swore she signed it, and we're just gonna have to put something on the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
put a
it's-
label on the back
Yeah.
when I stitched it, and for what, but.
And
anyway.
the frame choice just makes the colors. I mean, she stitched it with the NPI, so
Right.
the colors are gorgeous anyway. But
Yeah.
they just pop with that
yeah.
blue, especially. Like
Yeah.
really just
Right.
pulls
And I
it
think
out.
Paula, once again, I think she goes, oh, here's a corner, and she is just, her eye is so good.
So
I just took like 4 more, and I think 3 of the 4 were ones that she
And she
said,
just
oh,
was like,
this
"This
might go.
one."
Yeah. And it's like, oh, yeah. It's
got
perfect,
it.
Paula.
We're trying to get some biggies into them in the
Yeah.
next few months.
Yeah.
So I have another one, a biggie that we'll show the next time we sit.
Yeah.
That had been finished a
did,
while
yeah,
ago that
yeah.
they finished for us.
Well, same
and-
time here as this one.
Yeah, but I finished it a while ago.
Oh, you finished
I
it a while
stitched it
ago.
in
Yeah.
2020.
Oh, yeah, it's
2020. Yeah, it's been a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
So, because again, I'm a process stitcher. Like when things get finished and hung is kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a bonus. So, yeah, so we're gonna
Okay.
get back. I'm gonna keep with this one. You're gonna keep with that one.
I am. I don't think I'm not going to switch yet.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
I gotta get more water in.
Yeah. Check the
And
roast.
I may have to see if she has any decaf coffee anywhere because
I
just
do.
want a mug of coffee.
I do have decaf.
So I'm gonna do that,
Okay.
and we will be back in a bit.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Another 3 episodes down, and we are back to show you what we've stitched. Do you want to go first this time?
Okay, I go first. I just kept working on Santa, and I have his red clothes all outlined now, and on this side I did a lot of the outlining of the trees and stuff to make sure I counted right down in that corner, and everything was hunky-dory, so
Yeah.
pretty much got all my placements in that I know I haven't messed up and miscounted, so.
Very good.
And I did look it up, and it is Newcastle.
I thought I was just thinking,
Very
damn,
good.
we didn't look that up.
I
and
did just real quickly. Yeah, 40 counts Newcastle, and
the other
36 is Edinburgh,
something. Yeah.
which I don't like as well. It's thicker or tighter or something, but they had some pretty colors now. And since I don't do the hand dyed or the
Yeah.
dyed stuff, it's nice.
Yeah, I think we got some off of because I think I have some of it, like the agave. I think was a piece of that too from 1-2-3 Stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did my pear debacle, even though it isn't how my mom would have done it. But I added 3 little pears and a little branch and a leaf on
good.
either side of it, and have that.
That's good.
So I was thinking of them like a little border, not like that they were just
all right.
hanging
Well, you
in
just
midair.
said I'm going to add 3 pairs, and I'm thinking, how can you add 3 pairs to that tree because they have to hang on a branch, and there's no branch
And I mean,
up there.
she was right. I could have just extended the trunk and made it taller, which
that
would have
looks
worked
good.
too. But
Oh, but I like
I'm
that.
okay with how it turned out. So, I got most of the arc block done. There's still a bird up on the top of the arc, but again, it's like, am I going to start with that color?
Mm-hmm.
And the pattern is kind of like the 3 are on the page that I'm working on. But I really like going in columns and not going all the way across. I don't.
The pattern's set up funny.
It is. I almost just want to
Because
take a screenshot of each. So we work off a
Individual
digital,
things. Yeah.
off of our iPad. Anyway, I was like, if I just screenshotted each box, because
Yeah.
some of them it's on one page and then some it's on the other, and it's a little wonky. But I mean, I've obviously been okay with it, but yeah, it's just a lot of flipping back and forth if I do my column thing, but. Like straight lines and
Up and down.
I have a finished piece that was framed by Craft Gallery to share. So this is Halloween at Hawk Run. I stitched it on 40 count. I believe it's Purely Primitive by, I think it's just Zweigart. I'm not sure. I did a full conversion of colors, and it was just a stash conversion. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. I feel like sometimes I really question my colorings, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So I stitched this in 21 with my friend Laura, who I'm a terrible friend because I stopped communicating, and I really owe her like a stitching and phone date, like a lot, and I need to do that. So we were doing it about a block a month. I ended up finishing way before her, but she got hers framed and done way before me. So yeah, it was a fun kind of process. I do like doing a hawk run a block a month. I'm currently doing it with Swords of Hawk Run. And Shift, I changed it all to be the story of Annabelle Lee. So that is one of my alphabet ones. So I have it here, but I really want to get a lot more done on this one. So I don't know that I'm going to pull anything else out while we're stitching. I feel like we're kind of boring.
Are we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's been a while since
Yeah.
we've done this.
I know.
So,
She's ready for a nap.
I'm not really going to take a nap, though. I'll be fine.
You're not?
I just have to, like,
Are
get
you
some
gonna be
water or
grumpy?
something.
Yeah.
I'm not grumpy.
Well, you look grumpy.
And figure out what we're doing.
Hmm.
I made some really good buffalo chicken dip.
Oh,
That was yummy.
it was really good.
I didn't really make it. I mean, I doctored up some buffalo chicken
Mm.
dip, but doctored it up pretty good.
Yeah, you did.
Spice is like my favorite thing right now. I'm just like, give me everything spicy as it can be. I'm not sure that's great for my healing stomach, but it hasn't given me any problems so
Yeah.
far. So,
It's really, really hot here today.
very hot.
It's supposed to, every day I hear, well, tomorrow's not supposed to be as hot.
Yeah, I
and
thought
then
it was supposed to cool down.
Yeah, and he just said today it is really hot day, and he's saying tomorrow's supposed to be a,
Really hot day?
no,
Oh,
cool down.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So,
But-
but we're cozy inside. I'm sitting on the air conditioner vent, so I'm
So
wrapped
she's
in a
freezing.
blanket.
She's got an Afghan on, yeah. But I keep my house cool, pretty cool in the summertime.
I do too.
And cool in the winter. I like it colder, so I like to be bundled up. So we save money in the winter on heating and
and then blow it all
in the summer because I don't like to be hot.
My bill was a little ridiculous the past couple months. But,
Oh, were they?
well.
Oh,
I thought we were on the budget plan, but it does
Guess
not
not.
seem like it. So, yeah. So we're gonna keep going and
okay.
think of something funny story we can share with you at some point.
Yeah.
So,
We'll come up with something clever.
yeah, that's
Since
what
you're
we're
so
really good
clever,
at. We're
and I'll
really,
figure out
really
how
clever.
my glasses aren't crooked.
So, when she found her 24-hour hoodie, it was downstairs,
Yeah.
and my dad brought it upstairs, and I looked over. It was like folded over the dining room chair.
I said,
and-
just put it on the chair.
And I looked over, and he was lip brushing it for her, and it was the sweetest thing. It was so cute.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, and I'm thinking, where in the heck did it go? And then I realized last time we filmed it was downstairs, so it was hanging up downstairs. So
And we still are. I haven't forgotten about trying to do some 24-hour merch. If anybody has like places that they do this through, we got these printed and they're awful. Like
they
they
very
really
good,
wrinkle, and this hasn't fit me for a really long time, so I was pretty excited when it was fitting again. But yeah, I really want to get like some t-shirts, maybe some hoodies, some pajama pants, because I feel like that just
Yeah,
goes along
pajama
lines,
pants,
and
yeah.
some coffee cups is really what I'd like
Yeah.
to be able to put out there. I just want something that's going to be direct to ship, so I don't have to, because if you know me, I mean, she's good at going to the post office, but
Well,
I'm
I
not
used
so
to be,
much.
but-
So
they don't even get their mail out of their mailbox at the end of their driveway. her father mad when they're away, and he knows it's sitting out there. And I said, but it's sitting
It's
out
sitting
there
there
when
all
they
the
live there
time,
because
so
don't get it every
we
day.
get the informed delivery. So if there's something important, we know that to go out. But if it's not, it's just like, okay, I don't need to make the walk to the end of my driveway, so I won't.
Well, no, but you should because it's good exercise.
I got a treadmill to do that. I don't have to go outside.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't have a good walking space by my house.
No, you do a half mile up the road
know,
or a
it's
quarter
bike
of a
track,
mile up
but
the
you gotta
road. You
cross
have a
the
great, but
Train tracks.
you've got to get there first.
A lot of people do walk on my road.
I know.
really
I
don't
wouldn't
think
walk
it
on
would
your
be
road.
bad.
I wouldn't walk on my road either.
Well, your main road.
Yeah,
In your development.
Yeah, and my
I wouldn't
development
walk
is
on.
a perfect
I wouldn't walk
place
on
to
your
walk
main road either.
where we're at. But no, the main road getting here, the country road getting here is.
But I
no
think mine's
shoulder
different.
But people go really fast.
They really don't.
Well, they
it's
go
really
pretty
not
fast
as
on my
busy
road,
as
too.
you think it is.
Really?
Especially now that I sit and look out that
Out,
way.
Yeah.
It really isn't as terrible. But
Okay.
that was a fun story too, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Because you really could visualize where we were, and
Yeah, what we were doing.
we'll get better.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
It's freezing in this house.
Oh my gosh.
I am so
Well,
cold.
I will. Usually she is so hot, and we make it so it's cold.
Oh my god.
Well,
oh my god.
we're right by the register, so I'll
know.
turn it up.
I know. I'm just like goosebumps.
Oh,
like I'm freezing.
And I said to her, "Okay, if
It
it's
didn't
too
really
cold-
register until I stood up, and now I'm like, oh my gosh. I got that one block almost all done. I think the only thing left in the one with the blackbirds is their eyes. So that one's almost all done. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting there.
The one next to the blackbirds is totally full coverage, that one. But I might be
Looks
waning
good.
on the
This one.
interest in this one. I think
Yeah.
it's like today it will be this project, and then tomorrow it will be
Be a
something
new one,
else.
yeah.
So
Well, Santa, this is like one of the quickest pair
yeah, it's
schoolers
going fast.
I've ever done. I got the horse done. I got the heart done. I filled in some more of his clothes. I think I got all the white done on his.
Is it just backstitch? There's not anything in there. Huh.
With just back stitching. So I have to fill in his legs with red and his boots with gray and his mitten with gray. And then there's some more
Backstitching.
back stitching to do with the trees, but it's really gone very quickly.
Yeah, it's really cute.
That's cute.
Okay.
So,
Now we'll show you some finishes that Mom did for me. So we won't show all of them.
yeah, I was gonna
Show
say.
a couple this time. This one is. We'll do the non-Halloween ones first. So this is a numero no by Jeanette Douglas, and we've got the frame at Craft Gallery, right? And then we had been waiting for the embellishments, and you found them. I mean,
Well, I found some
that
I had,
looked.
the key and the
the button was perfect, and then I had made some changes since I stitched it in 2022. I changed whatever number was there to 2022, and then it was my 40th birthday, so somewhere there's a 40. Isn't there?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
by the key there.
key there. Yeah.
And then the 22 was for my birth month or birth date, and then
2.
2 was just in it. I don't remember. I thought I changed more things than that, but maybe not. I had a really hard time with dye lot because like I just throw floss in a thing and the color had changed, but it worked out. It's
Well, put them over here.
Oh, and it was 1982. I put
Oh, okay.
in the
Why is number 6 in white?
because that's how it had it charted. Non-Halloween.
Yeah, most all of them
Most,
are.
I know I have another one that is not, which I love the frame
Oh,
for.
we got the dogs too.
That's Halloween.
Oh, that's right.
This is The Key by Barbara Anna, I think. I mean, it's by Barbara Anna. I think it's The Key. And I did it on this pink. It's really pretty. And then the frame has this, it's not showing as much as it does in person. It's just this thin blue that matches the blue in this absolutely perfectly. I have a thing with animals dressed as people. And so I think I'm going to line my hallway with them, is my plan.
That'll be very cute.
So. And then this one is not Halloween.
Oh, that's right.
This is just little owls by Heart and Hand.
Oh, Heart and Hand.
Yeah. They were in the Punch Needle magazine, and then I think she's released them
She has
separately.
released a leaflet, yeah.
And I just used Stash for these, so it was a like Stash pull for floss
Oh, very
and
cute.
some random linen. Should we show
I
one
like-
more?
Yeah. I would
Okay.
show another one.
We'll do this one. Isn't technically Halloween. It will be in the Poe room though. It was Halloween, but I changed it so that it could be up all the time. So I started this. This is Rampant Cats by Barbara Anna as well. And I started it when we got our kittens, Porter and Ale. And then I was like, oh, we got the 2 new kittens. I should make changes in this to represent our cats and then have it just hang up all the time. So I changed what I think it said Halloween or All Hallows Eve or something up here, and I changed it to say all the cats. And then there were like birds or something on here, and so I changed them to be cats, and that's supposed to be Torty like Porter, and the other one is like a Tabby like Ale. And then you've got the 2 black ones down here, and the one over here has the little priest collar like Lenore does. So that's Lenore, and this is Lilith because Lilith is all black. So, yeah, and I love this frame.
Yeah.
I think it's
yeah.
perfect. So this will always be up in the Poe room because Poe has a story called The Black Cat too. So
Yeah.
we've kind of done like a merger of Poe, Cthulhu, Black Cats. Not quite Halloween, but dark stitching stuff up in there. So
And these frames, with the exception of the first one that we showed you, are all,
moms.
well, they're all craft or Goodwill or
And I
repurposed
just
frames, used frames.
Raid her stash.
Yeah, I mean, I have hundreds of frames.
Oh my
down
gosh,
there, yeah.
so many.
So we're really lucky, but
Yeah, because we
there's-
haven't had to like cut down any.
I
mean,
haven't.
She wants to learn how to do that,
Right.
but
I've watched the demos. I've got the miter box. I have the things. I just haven't gotten the nerve to do any of it yet. Not that I don't have enough frames if I wreck one, but we just go by and we're very lucky with ones that fit and look right without having to do much. So
I have 10 more to show.
do
Do one more.
one more.
Do one more. We'll do the really fun frame. I love this. It just fits the like pattern so well. It's so over the top. This is The House That Jack Built, I think, by Prairie Moon, and it's on this like really bright orange. I think it was Tiger Eyes by Weeks, and I think it was originally. I do have a couple tones in there, so it's not quite just monochromatic. I changed the colors though because I think there was supposed to be a purple, and I did more just black and greens. But isn't this frame
really
so cool?
Yeah.
I just, and sometimes because we find these, like, I don't care that it's not even all the way around because the frame is perfect for it, and so it's just gaudy and
It's
great,
close
and,
enough, yeah.
like it's perfect. So, I know.
Yeah, and that's a very old. I mean, that's an old frame.
So yeah, that's a start of some of the finishes we will show you. 9 more to go. Stay tuned. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done 9 hours of 24.
Yeah, so we've done 9 episodes, so we don't technically count hours of stitching time because generally when we finish doing this together, I go home and stitch and
Right.
she continues to stitch. So we're generally pretty good with getting at least 24 hours
Right.
in when we do these, but we've been doing like 3 episode increments. It seems
Yeah.
like a good pace for us to get something to show you guys without totally not having anything.
Right.
So
And she didn't need a nap today.
I haven't been napping much.
And the roast is done. I put a roast in and that's shredded, so she's got
Smells
beef
amazing.
protein.
So
And
yeah, I'm not quite getting my water in, but I'm trying.
aren't you?
Well, I did some when I got up. I did 12 ounces of decaf coffee, which I do not like decaf coffee. I really don't. And then I'm almost through my 40 ounce.
Oh, okay.
I'll still have some more to do, but that's fine.
Okay.
So we're gonna go. I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry,
Right.
and stitch some more. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, it is the next morning. We made it through. I made it through about an episode and a half, and then just my hands were like, I'm done. I haven't
yeah.
stitched this much in a day in a long time, so I am done. And yeah, so it was relatively early.
Night. Yeah.
Although I didn't go to sleep till, I mean, I was up on my phone doing crap.
Were you?
So, yeah, but we're back at it this morning. The cats are having their meal time, so they
We can
it's
see
it's
them
a
in the
little like
kitchen.
ridiculous rituals that they have here. I mean, they have like a dinner bell that gets clanged.
And it's not
my
me.
mom. It's my dad. It's totally all my dad.
It's Lee. He's like the cat whisperer.
And so they have their 3 bowls that they all get their things
Separate
in, and
wet food.
Wet
yeah.
food. We don't do this in my house. They get an automatic feeder that dispenses dry food, and that is it.
Well, for almost 50 years, 47 years, our cats ate dry food. That was it. Then we get these feral wildcats in, and for some reason, now we're on wet food
Well, we have
and
to
dry food.
spoil Mama rotten because
my
of the life
gosh.
she led before us. No, but what you should really see is the downstairs treat time. Oh, and this is Gavi because now he wants water from the
From
sink.
the
in the
Yeah.
room. But downstairs treat time somehow, and I don't understand how they've discovered that Fox likes his treats thrown. So he can
Yeah.
treat them like hockey pucks.
Yeah.
So Gavi and Mama jump up on the table and get them. Mama doesn't eat treats, so she gets food, individual pieces of food as her treats. And then Fox gets things thrown, and he chases them. Like,
Yeah.
how did they discover that
And
that
it's
was
a
how
linoleum.
he liked?
I know.
And he
It's a
slides.
linoleum floor, so he slides. And every once in a while, he'll catch it midair. I mean, he loves it. And he just sits there waiting, looking like a goalie, waiting
It
for
is
Lee
the
to throw it.
weirdest
I don't,
thing.
yeah. I'm
And
not
I mean,
sure.
they've always done treats. Gavi was
Yeah.
a treat cat. My cats wouldn't do treats. Ale liked treats. Porter doesn't understand treats, and so she puts it in her mouth, spits it out, puts it in her mouth, spits it out. Doesn't really get it. So the other day we decided to try it with the kittens. Well, let me tell you, trying to give treats to 4 cats at once. So now we've got Porter will eat treats, but they have to be the soft kind because she doesn't understand chewing hard things except for her food, apparently. So Brandon will do Ale and Porter, but trying to get Ale and Porter to go to Brandon instead of me is like this, what's happening? And so then you've got the kittens who are like, I just want food. And so they're up. It's a 2-person job in my house now. I'm not thrilled that we are doing the treat thing, but it's ridiculous. You would think my cats would be the more spoiled ones. We have the auto feeders, we have the litter robot, we have like all that stuff. But my dad, like religiously on the clock, 12 o'clock, he goes and it does all the litter boxes.
The litter boxes.
And I mean, it is just...
He does everything with the cats. I mean, he started doing the litter box for the cats when I was pregnant with Jen decades ago because you weren't supposed to, if you were pregnant, clean the litter box. And it's never stopped.
Well,
all these years, and now
think about how I use that for my advantage, though.
Right.
When Brandon and I got married and we got pandemonium, or we had pandemonium and mayhem, I was like, Brand, someday I might be pregnant, and so we really shouldn't get in the habit of me doing the litter. It should really be you.
Yeah.
And I mean, we knew very early on in our relationship that we were not having children. We don't have children by choice, not by other issues. So, it was just one of those like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we are not great at litter at our house. That's why we have the litter robot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he is, and she said you should get one, Mom. But I have a human robot, and it
It's a
is
robot.
just like clockwork. And then the cats follow him because there's two up on this level, one out in the screen and porch, and then one downstairs, and one back in our bedroom master bath area. So he starts at the master bath area, does that, and then he goes downstairs.
It's like a little trail.
Right.
It's
He's like the
litter
Pied Piper
parade.
because all the cats follow him down, and he cleans that one, and then it's treat time down there. So then he's down there for 5 minutes doing the treats. Then he comes up here and does the screen and porch, but he's religious about it. And he started feeding him too, and he loves to, once a week he gives him tuna, so it's tuna night, and they know when it's tuna night, but they each have their own little bowl, and he does the morning feeding when he gets up, and then at 6 o'clock, there's that feeding, and then we have special treats every once a week when we get tuna or something special. Gavi used to get shrimp. I kind of forgot about that. He used to go to Aldi's special to get this shrimp to give to Gavi. He hasn't had shrimp forever, but anyway, that's our cat story.
Yeah, we are not like that. And Annabelle gets very jealous during our treat time because she doesn't get a treat because typically it's right after she's gone outside for the night, and so she's just received her treats outside. Yeah. But she tends to get the ones that Porter puts in her mouth, spits out, and then they end up on the floor. So Annabelle will eat those. Crazy thunderstormed here last night.
Really bad storms, yeah.
I don't know. I have a text into Brandon to see how Annabelle did because she does not like storms at all. So I'm glad. He is definitely her safe person, though. So the last storm we had, it was just me and her at home because he was in Philly, and she jumped off the bed and ran behind my chair in the living room, which is her, she has little cubby spots that she goes to. Poor dog has so much trauma that she went through in her life. So I don't know. I haven't heard. He's still asleep, which is an indication that it wasn't a great night because, we'll see. So you want to go, or did you finish?
I finished, except to put 2024. On his boots. I got it finished.
Looks great.
So I'll start on my one for my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you to Doreen. The one that I'll stitch next. But yeah, he stitched up really...
He stitched quick.
Quick. And I don't think it's because of the back stitching, because that was taking me...
No,
that's what I had to...
They tend to do
finish
longer.
it, and that was doing me more than... But there's still a lot of filling in him with his... But
sometimes you just get in the zone with them, though, too, and it just seems... Okay, I'm almost done that column. Decided I'm just going to keep it out. Keep going down and see what I can get done today, so that all I have to do, in between the marathons is, the fill-ins of, I have to finish this color, and I think I'll just go through on my iPad and highlight. We do our iPads completely opposite. We do a lot of things completely opposite for as similar as we are. So when she's doing her iPad, will highlight what she's stitched. I don't do that. I will use the highlight to remind me what I need to go back and stitch and then erase it. So mine will be completely clear at the end of when I'm doing it, and hers is very marked up. I just use, there's a little... kind of like I used to do with my magnet boards, where I would have a magnet be my line. Yeah. I have a little sticker that I use on my iPad. It's just looks like a little tab or a Post-it, and I'll just move that down line by line when I'm stitching, and it just treats the line like I did when I was with my magnet boards.
I know that was the hardest thing when I switched over, because for decades, we'd use the magnet boards and the magnet to go down line by line to see it. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? And that's why then I realized if I highlighted the one that I did, then I had that
Yeah.
above or below or however.
Because I rarely
direction I
use my
was going.
pencil when I'm
Yeah,
doing
that
it. Like,
one,
I don't keep my pencil out. However, I've discovered that my pencil, since it's magnetic, will stick to the light that I have. And so I will just, if I'm using it a lot, just keep it out of my case and on the light. And then it's easy to get to. We both use GoodNotes to do our stuff. We are not like Pattern Keeper type people. I mean, I don't think there's an iOS version of Pattern Keeper, but we're not using it to like track stitches or that kind of stuff. We're just using it like a paper pattern, but being able, so any patterns we get, we scan. And so we keep, if they don't come as a PDF,
who scans?
my mom scans them.
Thank you.
And I used to
She
be the
did.
scanner.
And she stood at the counter and scanned, but that's been a lot of years ago.
Because we
and-
really have a combined library. We're very
Yeah.
rarely stitching the same thing
yeah.
at the same time.
There were a couple things.
Couple
like we've got
things, but
the
we'll
things we're
get
doing now.
it's so we have a very shared library of stitching. In fact, we stopped even keeping any patterns at my house because she has more space. Well, I mean, we have fairly equal space,
do,
but I don't
you're
have.
organized by projects. I'm organized. I don't have as many projects.
Yeah, so
as you, so
I keep. We have still all the physical patterns that
yeah.
we use, but she'll buy all my patterns for me. And
Yeah.
it's kind of nice. She'll be like, "What do you want today? I'm ordering from here," and it's like, okay.
And now I do a lot of digital. I like to wait and get them on digital because then I don't have to scan them. They're there. Although I like I like to go
having
through
the
because I was just
collection.
organizing all of my, because I keep them in magazine tubs, folders, or whatever they're called, in a cabinet I have, and I had
With
to
the
because I
cardboard
had
magazine holders.
Yeah. I
put
had
together.
so many that I had scanned and I hadn't filed them away, and then we got more, and I went to scan them, and I started scanning ones I already scanned because I forgot that they were in one of my little places to file. So I thought, okay, I've got to get these organized, and I had to get some more because like we have over 3,000. I mean, but I love them, and I love just going through and looking at them, and
I keep
don't
them
know.
all digitally in my iCloud. And
Yeah.
so it makes it nice. Like if I'm at a store and I need to know what color floss I need
Yeah.
for something, I can just pull the pattern up
Yeah.
because they're all stored by designer, and it's a shared folder between the two of us. So when she scans, she can just put it in there.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
it
we've
works
got a
really
pretty
well
good
for
system.
us.
Because then if I'm buying stuff that she doesn't know about, I'll put it in my folder and she can
And I
look
can
at
kind
it
of look at it and
and
see
see what's
but-
new that maybe she didn't. But then we have them by design or organized, and I still end up buying double patterns sometimes, forget that I have it. But try to look there first or on my inventory X stitch that I keep them all on to see, do we have this one or don't we have this one?
Yeah.
But
So that's
Anyway.
our little story. We'll
We're
show you a
sticking
few
to it.
more cross stitches. This is Pumpkin Conspiracy by Cross-Eyed Cricket. Or The Great Pumpkin Conspiracy, I believe is what it's called. I stitched this. I started it when we still lived in Philly. It was one of my first Madness starts. And I finished it. I try every year to finish my oldest whip so that I know that I'm going through. So like this year's oldest whip is All Creatures Great and Small. So I'll finish that before the year is out. But this was, I don't know if it was last year's or the year before that I finished. It might have just been last year's.
I think so. It hasn't been finished.
hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been down, and we ordered
We
frame
ordered
through
the frame
Craft.
for this
We
one,
needed
yeah.
a custom frame. We didn't have anything that worked. So.
And it's kind of hard because the border isn't even. Like this goes higher than here, so but
it was really
works
hard
well.
pinning it
Yeah.
to get it
It
even
looks really
because
good. Because
and
we
it
just
took me a
ordered the
lot.
frame through Craft Gallery, but my
Yeah.
mom framed it.
Yeah,
So, and I did this,
really
I think,
like
with
that one.
Called for DMC.
yeah, it looks like
I don't remember what.
very cute.
I love how this turned out. Halloween Parcheesi by the Primitive Needle. Absolutely love it. I was gifted this pattern by Laura. And I did stash colors, so I don't remember what orange it was, but it wasn't what was called for, but it stitched up so great. And it'll look so good out for Halloween. And I love the frame for it.
And I get these on Amazon, They are ready-made frames, and they're inexpensive. And then they have on the back,
Has
we
like a
can, yeah, we can
stand it up.
stand it if you want, or hang it.
Which is nice.
But-
I use the like plate holders a lot for standing
Mm-hmm.
like frames. My cats don't love it, and they tend to end up on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But they have, and they have some different colors. They have a real good white one that's
I mean, this is
that's
perfect.
distressed.
Fits it exactly.
And, yeah. So, and they look really, really good. They're they're very light. They're nice too.
Do another square one. Was this another Amazon frame?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can
So
tell by the
this
back.
is the Witch by Lottie Da, and stitched this back in 2020.
She's cute.
She is really cute. So, okay, so we still have a few more filming, so we'll wait and
Okay.
do more, I guess. Later, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to show. 6 more to show. 6 more to show. So we'll wait and do the rest of another filming. So we're gonna keep stitching and be back in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
One of these times I really have to film the part that we're sitting down and getting ready because
yeah.
the hair trying to do in non-mirrored response is really difficult. And then she just gets mad because I'm too much on the camera and she's
Well,
not
yeah,
enough,
she's
but
got
she
more
won't scoot
space.
over and
See, did she move at all? No.
I didn't. I'm halfway in the thing.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
my god. She's already like, you're yawning. And I'm like, I know. I
Well, she
usually yawn a
is.
lot. It's just the thing that I do.
Okay. Dad even asked, "Did Jen take a nap yesterday?"
I did reduce my anxiety meds, so because I was feeling super, super groggy. And so I talked to the doctor and I was like, maybe I'm taking too much. So, but then the other day I started crying over money again, like having an anxiety attack over that. And Brandon was like, Jen, I think you need to
a
up
pill."
your meds again because you're crying over money. And that's not usually, you've been really good about not doing that. I get a little stressed certain times of the
A
month.
little bit. You want me to go first?
Doesn't
Okay, I
matter.
started my new one, and I got writing and
Got a lot done.
branches and some leaves, and
What
So-
color did you change?
I just deepened them. They called for 223, 225, the pinks, and I went the deeper, so I did
Okay.
224 for the writing, and 223 for the writing, and then 224 for the flowers,
Oh, okay.
so that they were darker. I didn't want them that light; they wouldn't show up on that.
Yeah,
So just step up.
that looks nice.
Yeah, that's gonna look good.
I did most of that top block. Getting over here. This one down here, the third one down there, is all fully filled in. So I haven't decided. I'd like to get at least something in all the blocks. So, and like you can see, I'm not finishing everything. Like, the deer don't have legs, and the squirrel doesn't have a tail, and, you know, I'll get there. Like, I'm just going to highlight and note that I need to go back and finish those sections. So,
I mean, I do that on mine too. I circle things
I usually
on mine
don't.
that
well,
I know that I have to go back and do that I've skipped around.
I usually don't skip around is usually
this
my
is
thing.
true.
I usually pretty much stick to a section but this I don't if it's just a little bit of a flaw, I'm not gonna and I just don't want to keep moving the pattern every time I need to find where that floss goes. Just
Yeah.
doesn't seem
Right.
seems like this will be a more practical use of my time to do it this way and then just be like, oh, I need to fill in all of the mauve and the whatnot. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep with it. My hands are bothering me. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they're just tight, and I feel like they're really swollen. My ring hurts, and
Could be the weather too.
could be. It could be that I'm just
Or
not
some
getting enough.
arthritis.
It's
Or
it's
you're
not.
getting
It's like
water.
they're swollen. Like it feels like they're retaining water or something. So I don't know why that is. Okay, I'll show you some more stitching. This is Strange Things Are Seen on Halloween by Blue Flower. I love the dog in the Bumblebee costume. That is my absolute favorite dog. I think he's adorable. I dressed up as a bumblebee when I was in kindergarten. So I think that's why it
Speaks to you.
Yes. So, and great frame for it.
Yeah, it worked good.
This is Bump in the Night by Prairie Schooler. One of the rare times I stitch on 32 count, which I usually don't, but it's 32 count cobblestone, and it was so I did 2 strands with it. Finished it. I don't remember when, but what are you looking at?
You don't have a date on it? You didn't sign it?
No, a lot of times I don't. I mean, I have it on my list when I finished it. Like, I can go back and find out when I finished it. Sometimes I sign my stuff, sometimes I don't. It really depends. And then we'll show you this one, which I really like this frame as well. So this is Hollow Eden. Is that what it? Yeah, I think it's called Hollow Eden by Plum Street. And the pattern has 2 different versions. So my mom stitched the non-Halloween version, and then I've got the Halloween that has black cats and the pumpkins around it, and Eve holding the pumpkin. So
And the really cool frame.
And the really cool frame. Yes, it is a very cool frame, and I just feel like it matched the style of the stitching perfectly. So, like, it wouldn't be a frame that I was like, yes, let me do something for in there. But then when you get something finished, and it's like, wait, I like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and I can't remember if I did called for colors or not with that. I think pretty much probably. I think it was a 222 start. So, I need to calculate my whips and see how many I still have from like where I'm at. I know I'm over 100 still, but I don't know. I need to do like a tally. Maybe I'll do that before we film next time. Okay. So, because I am trying to finish.
Yeah, you were.
I mean, I finished quite a few this year too, and I have to see how many that is because I'm not exactly sure. But yeah,
You're good.
So we're gonna
Continue.
It's always really hard to end these segments because it's like, okay, we're gonna go do this some more. Okay.
All right.
Bye. Hi. We're back. I took a little break,
Yeah. Well,
but
didn't I too? Did I?
you kind of kept stitching. I took a break and didn't stitch.
Well, because I was ripping out, so it was like,
There's been a lot of grumbling from her side
there
of the
has
room.
been. I admit it. A lot of bad words coming out of this mouth.
It makes me wonder why this is a relaxing hobby for her sometimes when she is full of the not
I should have known
happiness.
when I picked this fabric. I don't like Edinburgh fabric. I love the color, and I knew it would look really good on this, but it's so close. You can't see it's not
like
the
a
coarseness. It's just very tight weave, and you can't see the holes, and so it's very hard to get a flow going since I don't punch and stab and I do the sewing thing. And then they're so close together, it's real easy when you're counting to get an extra thread in it, and then you're off. And I've had to rip out, and then I did the wrong green color. I don't know what that was all about, but anyway, yeah.
The next block down. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Is it
Looks
a
like a-
merry-go-round?
Doesn't
Is
it look
it
like a gazebo?
like a carousel? It reminds. I guess maybe a gazebo. I don't know.
What does it say in it? Anything?
No, there's 2 people standing in the little things that I still have to do, but I'm moving on to the next block because everything is like little bits of color that's left.
So you put the 2024 in already?
Yeah, because it was I'm finishing it this year project, so there wasn't a question whether it was going to be done. It was
Okay.
stitched into being.
I feel like that jinxes it. All right. I don't even remember where I was the last time. I worked on branches, and then I ripped out branches. I had to get the house in and the windows in, and now I got more words down there. So
It's looking good.
yeah, I mean it looks nice on this fabric, but
It's just
like,
not fun to stitch on.
No, it isn't. But
This is super tiny. Like I wish I could. I have no idea how big it is, but I stitched it on. I think 52.
like here's a
count, 40
telephone,
some.
and you can.
There, you
It's
can
like
imagine
6 inches by 4 inch.
it's
frame,
really little.
yeah.
And so I had seen it at Crafting You in Cleveland area, and they had it done over one, and I was like, it is adorable, tiny, and I don't like to stitch over one, so I did it on a small count. I think it's got to be 52. I don't think it's 46. And I think it's Pearl Barley by Lakeside. Called for colors, and I had said to Mom, this was one of those, you can finish it as pillow, you can frame it, whatever you think. And then we're looking at it, and it's like, it really needs a frame. Like, it really, to really get the daintiness of it, it needed framed. So this is a really old frame. And I love it, and I think it's perfect for it.
Really, it's cute.
Reminds me of my little Watson girl.
It's very cute.
And then these two. So here is Amos Fig by Plum Street. Conversion of colors. I stitched this one first, and then I also have Tilly done. And I envision a like tombstone wall in my po room. So these will be the start for my tombstone wall, and I love them together because like the frames are both very old, and I feel like they just like,
But they're different.
but they're different, and it speaks, I think, to the delicateness of like what Tilly, and a little more masculine and thicker for Amos, and I love them.
They turned out very cute.
Yeah, I think they're great. So I did a conversion of colors. I did the same conversion of colors in both of them. So the floss colors are similar. And I stitched Tilly in 23 and Amos in 20. So, and Amos was my car that died on its birthday because I bought it on a leap year and it died on March 1st. And then Tilly was my... Not the dog. The dog was Tippy. Tilly was my
Great
great
grandma.
grandmother, my grandpa's
It was about
mom.
3 foot tall.
Grandpa's
yeah.
mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on my dad's side.
Bones, yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't change the names. They were the names that were there, but I love that I have,
Yeah.
not that a car is like all that, but it was my first car, and it was
Why
bright.
did you name it Amos?
It meant the carrier of burden.
Oh,
So it just felt
was it
appropriate.
biblical? Burden carrier.
I being the burden that, the car carried. So, yeah, it fit. It was a bright blue Ford Focus. And first year they came out, I actually got the blue one. She got a black one. And we used to race. And then she would try to, like, tap me. And I was not having it because the car was brand new. And then it got totaled on... like the 6th or 7th year I had it, but it was a leap year. So we got it on February 29th. It was totaled on March 1st. It was totaled while I was listening to the band Modest Mouse, which the amount of car accidents I've been in while listening to that band, that were none of them were my fault, but I still won't listen to that band while my car is moving. I turn it off. And then I had my Mini Cooper after that, and that car was Malachi. But I don't know what that name meant. It just...
That's a good name.
I mean, my TV in college was Jedediah. Like, I named things. My computer was Spencer. Like, I did this.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Spencer.
It just felt like a techie computer name. And I always name things men. I don't know why. I think the car, too, was like, everybody always named their cars women names. And I was like, well, I don't have a guy, so I'm going to make a guy up somewhere. Because I didn't start dating till I was a lot older. So, Yeah. So that's that story. We have 6 more episodes. So I think I'm just gonna do 3 episodes on the next block and 3 on the next block rather than
Oh,
like just not
yeah.
getting to the final block at all since the one is all filled
Okay.
in. So probably do 3 more tonight or a few more tonight and then finish up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Something like
It's
that.
5 o'clock, but you're getting tired, so you may not want to go past 7, 8 o'clock. It'll be...
You probably won't see us again until tomorrow. Maybe. I don't
Alright.
know. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm feeling okay. My hands are just sore.
Did you take any Tylenol?
No, because it's not that kind of sore. Like you think
Oh.
it's like an arthritic. It's not. I feel swollen. I feel.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe I'm doing more sodium than typical. I don't know.
Okay.
I got new earrings and
They're
they
very
have
cute.
like X's in them, and I really like them. My ears are gauged, so it's really hard to change my earrings out. So I won't wear the gauges that are see-through, like that you can. She doesn't love that my ears are gauged, but they are. But yeah, I didn't do it without asking her, even though I was probably 36
Well, like I
years
was
old.
gonna, right, and I was like I was gonna say no to her. I mean, she knew I wasn't gonna tell her not to.
It was the same
I
when I got
could've-
my septum pierced. It was like, Mom, can I go do this? It was literally 10 years ago, so I was 33 or 34. Yeah.
Is it still pierced?
No, but that's only
Okay.
because I got a job here and I had to hide it, and I was tired of doing the flip up thing. I don't have any piercings except for my 2 in my nose and my ears. No, I had a lot. Now I'm on to the tattoo thing.
Yeah,
so.
right. Just what I was gonna say.
A little more permanent.
Well, holes are kind of permanent. No, they grow
Pretty
shut.
much fade. I mean, you can still kind of see my lip one. I'm over the piercing thing.
No.
She's kind of happy about that. She did tell me once that she would get her nose pierced.
I think it was your other mother.
No, it wasn't. I believe it was going to be your 50th birthday present.
Well,
Was your
I
nose,
didn't-
and then you chickened out.
Well,
of that
like
one.
on the side, not through.
Well,
so.
obviously this is a septum. That's a nose piercing.
Well,
She
I don't
didn't.
even wear my ears anymore.
So, okay.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
She's grumpy because she's
Hi.
back in AFib and she's grumpy.
Well, is that a good reason? Am I allowed?
You're allowed, yes.
I have 100 no, how many steps did I say?
130.
130 steps throughout the night, getting up to go to the bathroom 50 million times, and 99 activity points, which means my heart rate was doing like aerobics.
So she did have an ablation. How long ago?
The beginning of June.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's been better.
Yeah.
A lot better than it had been, but
And this happens, but I just don't like
she's
it
over
when
it.
it does.
She
Yeah.
doesn't like her CPAP machine. And she doesn't like.
And I was thinking I'm putting up with CPAP because it's keeping
Keeping
me
her
out
out
of
of
AFib.
AFib.
But obviously it's always during the night, so it is during when I'm having some kind of episode, which I'm still having. At
What
some
was your
time.
score last night for your CPAP?
I don't know. I didn't look at it.
This is.
'Cause-
I did say that we were going to tell this story. She gets a score every night for wearing her CPAP machine, and she is now not going to the bathroom or trying not to get up because it reduces.
They take points away if you get up more than 2 times during the night. And it's like you have to, they can tell every time you take it off, even if you take it off and leave it running. They know everything about you. And to be in compliance with Medicare, you have to use it every night, at least 4 hours. And I don't know what happens if you don't. They come and arrest you or something. I don't
think
know.
you just
It's
have
like
to pay for it.
Big
for a
Brother
little bit or
watching
something.
you, knowing every single thing that's happening, and then they give you this stupid score. So if you, with 100 points, so if you get up more than 2 times, then they take a point away, and
I told her I'm drawing the line when she starts wearing like Depends, so she doesn't
So I
have,
don't
to,
have to
get
get
up.
up.
It's not happening.
Oh,
We're done.
man.
Yeah.
So this is my little. I'm allowed to have some little quirkiness and having scores and not being able to get 100 because I'm 70 years old and I have to get up to go to the bathroom several times during the night, and I'm being punished for it. It's not really fair.
I was one of my staff members was waiting for her CPAP, and so I was telling them all the story of my mom, and I was like, I think you guys can understand why I am the way I am a little bit more, because
This is just one thing. You have quite a few more little quirks.
I think you have
than
plenty
that.
of quirks as well. I have my share. I definitely do.
When you picked your name, Quirks and Stitches,
It fits.
so you knew.
It's very appropriate. I forgot to change my glasses.
Well, too late.
Oh well. These are now my at-home glasses. I have 11 pairs of glasses, and I think my prescriptions have changed, so I think I'm going to have to redo these purchases. But I used to wear these all the time, but now I switch them out quite a bit. But I
Yeah,
forgot
let's
this
talk
morning.
about.
I'll show you my stitching. I didn't do much last night. I was pretty much done. So I worked on that full coverage block down there. I don't like to start. Okay, so I typically would do the background last, but there's a lot of like individual stitches, and I don't like to stitch the background over the threads all the time or like catch.
Yeah.
So I'll try to like work around it a little bit so I can catch those threads or I don't know. So the bottom portion is going to be the grass. That one isn't as bad, but the top is like very one stitch here, one stitch there, leaves of a tree, and so I think I'm probably going to do the majority of the blue sky before I do the fill-in, which is opposite of what I typically do. But I'm going to not work on that block and jump down to the bottom block. There may be some that I still do just because of colors and whatnot.
Yeah, we should fill in Noah and the house and finish those. That
Well,
bugs
that's
me.
not going to happen because which house?
I know. The other.
The arc, like this.
There's no
Well, I
that
know,
line
I
and
know.
this line.
I know.
I know.
I
but
wish
it
you would
just,
do this. She's
that's
the one that
kind of
jumps
like
all
99. I
over.
do, but like when there's just a little bit of stitches.
But that's why
Whoops,
I'm
this is
waiting.
I am wrong. I have
Hold
done
on.
wrong.
Which one? Where is?
Just bring me the bag. It's on my chair. There was another one that had the scripture by My Big Toe, which I'm going to do. So I thought I'll put the border in. And I got this much border in and realized I used the wrong color. So now I have to take it all out. So then I decided, okay, I'm doing the other one because I'll do both of them. Okay. And if anybody remembers the last time, a couple times I showed you this, my roof wasn't done because I needed about 6 stitches. I finished that.
Well, yeah, because it was the only portion that was going to be
Well,
in that
I
color?
thought it was, but no, the words were in it
I
too.
mean, so
forgot.
I'm just
I
waiting
know,
until I
know.
have that color thread
I
on
know
my.
You're doing it. It just but
I can't believe.
can
the
I
bugs
say
are like
something
this.
about my piece of fabric? Thank you. All right, I have all the words in now. I did all the words down below, and I started with the grass, and then I did leaves in the wrong color that have to come out, and then there were some leaves that were in the right color, but were a thread down from where they were supposed to be. So they came out, so I did some ripping out. And then the scripture references in backstitch, and I don't like the backstitch she used, so I got my books out last night. I'm gonna change and do a different font or different backstitching.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're usually okay doing mix of back stitching and.
Well, it is going to be backstitching.
Okay.
I don't like the style of
okay.
the style that she used. I just and I think it's hard to read. I don't care for it. So
I
I'm
often
gonna
won't
change
mix if some of the text is in like full stitches. I won't do others in back stitching. I don't tend to like back stitching text.
I do. I mean, I do, even if it's all of the text. And that other one that I started, that all of the stitching in that, all the words in that is going to be in back stitching cursive, I think, which I really like. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just this style. I didn't, just real fun. It's only too high, so it's very not high. And then she made it wide. Some of the letters, I just don't care for it. I don't think it, you can tell that it's a 2. It looks like a Z or so. I'm going to do it 3 high and just change it up. So, yeah. Talk about grumpy. I come out from the bedroom. She's already up, just sitting there, and I have to tell her that I'm an aphid. She does respond nicely to that, though. And but other than that, today it's kind of been a buzz.
I was up here and scared her because she didn't realize I was up here, and there was no way for me to like.
Because she's silent, it's not like she doesn't turn the TV on, and she's trying to be quiet. She's on her phone, so she's just sitting in the chair, which is across the room. And I come out, and I got the cat following me. I'm going to get treats for the cat, and then I get to the kitchen with the opening, and it looks in.
And it's like there was no good way for me to like make a noise because that was going to scare her too.
Right.
So it was just one of those. Well, we'll just sit here and see what
happens. Yeah, I know.
She at least looked over today and knew that I was. Did you know
yeah,
I
because
was?
now
up?
I kind of look.
Did you know? Had you heard me this morning?
No, no. But I
see. I don't think I'm quiet. Like the steps are really loud.
Yeah, and usually I hear,
but
and then there's a door at the top, and it was kind of closed, so I didn't think she'd been up yet. We always leave it open a crack so the cats can roam, but that didn't look like she'd been up, and light wasn't on the stairway. And the rule in my house is you always turn the light up when you go up and down the steps. So I had to tell that to my almost 80-year-old husband, because he's up and down those steps carrying, toting the things of water, and it's like, no, we can't do this. Turn the light on, because he's got the cats following him, so they're under his foot. So that's our stories this morning so far.
Are we like a ball of delight? What is it?
Bowl of cherries. I don't know. A wall of
Ball of delight.
Ball of fun. Ball of. I don't think there is such a thing as ball. Ball of. I'm bawling. But
I'm saying the ball is the wrong part. We're a blank of delight. What goes
bowl
in the
of delight? A bag of delight.
I don't think so. Okay, we're gonna go.
Okay, we're gonna go stitch and watch Kiefer
Okay, bye.
kill people. Bye.
Hello. We are done. We concluded our episodes, and we'll probably stitch later today. But
yeah,
I might switch projects now. So,
how'd you do?
Yeah, most of the bottom block done. So,
I gotta get those just done.
Yeah, going back and final touches. I'd like to get it finished and framed before the next marathon. So we will see.
Yeah, so get it worked on, and I'll take it over. So
we might have a frame for it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll have to look. So I just put in some flowers this time, and you can't really see them that well. That's why I bumped that color up a little darker. The shade lighter was really light. You couldn't really see it. So, but once it's framed and in the thing, you'll notice it.
Yeah.
It's just delicate and nice. That's what I liked about the design. So, so anyway, there's like lots of little just 4 stitch flowers in it. Some have filled in holes, other ones don't. So I put a bunch of those in, so they're done on the one side, this side, whatever side picture that is. That's the right side, I guess.
So, yeah, let's go.
So anyway,
You gonna keep working on this today, or are you gonna switch?
Probably, I'm probably am, just so I don't forget where I'm at and get it done, and or that I just have the fill-in centers of the flowers or something easy and the rest of the grass. But
Yeah.
got to get there's still some more branches that have to be crossed over and then some put in to get in. But it was really weird because this is a semicolon, I'm thinking,
All right.
after the
There.
yeah, because I'm thinking, what is
Yeah,
that?
it
But
is a
they had it in the
semicolon.
color of the branches.
Well, what's the? This isn't the color of the branches.
No, the color of the branches is like the brown.
Yeah.
It's a cut, and because it threw me, and I'm thinking, well, did she forget to finish? Is there another branch? And then I thought, no, I think that's supposed to be the semicolon. And so I thought, I'm putting it in the color of the words, not the branches. Not that I guess it really makes that much difference, except for me. I don't. It would go along with the writing, so. Well, anyway, yeah. So it was good. And we got that one Santa, so I have another thing to make a pillow.
Yes.
I think I pulled fabric. I think I found fabric for that I thought would be good. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
So this was our makeup. We've got the official marathon coming up in October. I think it's the 19th through the 21st, maybe something like whatever that third weekend in October is.
Yeah, something
I have like 0 vacation time because I had to be out for 4 weeks, but I'm traveling the following weekend, which means that I will be able to flex time. So I will get a little bit longer. So our plan is that we will be at my house, and we are already compiling our list of semi-scary movies, like kind of like not horror, because she's not a huge Halloween person. Well, she's not a Halloween person at all. I don't know how she handles me.
I know, because I like you.
And I have a skull on my arm, and I'm not sure how she handles that. But we're going to come up with a list of 13 movies, and then I'm going to connect my stitching to the movies. So, I was thinking Silence of the Lambs could be like the Painted Wings by Kathy Barrick, because it's not necessarily Death Head Moth, but it's pretty close, or different things. So we're coming up with our list.
Yeah.
Lost Boys could be one. I think I might make her watch I Know What You Did Last Summer and possibly Scream. I mean, those are just like culty classic horror movies, not like horror movies.
Well, I was thinking E.T. only because they have the Halloween scene.
They do.
in it.
They absolutely do.
That
We could
might
absolutely
connect
do
up
E.T.
with,
because
one
they
of
dress
yours.
up in Halloween and go
Trick or
out. So
treat,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
One of yours matches
And I didn't
up.
even think of that one.
Yeah,
so,
it just came to me. when
Yeah,
we were
that's
sitting here
a great
stitching.
one. So send us your movies that you think might work for us. We're shooting for 13, but it's October, so I'm going to be watching a whole lot more, and just kind of going through. So we'll stitch the duration of a movie, and at least I will on a project. She's going to decide what her stitching is going to be for that time.
Yeah, because she'll have 13 projects.
Yeah, and they won't
I
all
haven't decided
necessarily
what
be
I'm doing.
Halloween if like the Painted Wings really fit Silence of the
Right.
Lambs. So if we fit that, that's not necessarily one of my scary stitches, but I think that's my plan.
Yeah, you'll have to or look at your whips to figure out which ones you'd like to match up to.
Yeah.
That might be helpful. So
Yeah.
So anyway, so we're good. It's just still before noon, so she's got the rest of the day. I guess she's getting her chauffeur to come.
Yeah, I
Pick you up.
texted him. He said he read it, but he hasn't responded. So don't know what's happening in my house.
It's cool out today. It was cool when I opened up the screen and porch. So
yeah, depending on how he's feeling, him and I are venturing out to a friend's camper for the evening. So we'll see how that goes.
yeah, I don't know
but-
if they're still calling for rain or not. They
yeah, I'm
were.
not sure. They were a little bit ago, but maybe it's gone. So
I may change over. You can see behind me I have my patriotic stuff up.
you
So
gonna start your fall?
yeah, I usually do it this weekend, but I didn't want to try to get it done before.
Yeah.
So I'll start taking stuff down and pulling stuff out. 'Tis that time. September 1st. So.
Yep. So we're in the Burr months, which makes
Yeah,
me so happy.
yeah.
These are my favorite. So
Okay.
Okay, well,
Good
we
job.
will see you next time and keep making those X's.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.